take it away. The color is wrong, the smell is offensive, and frankly, whoever picked these flowers should be fired.
Princess Celestine pushed the entire vase off the table without blinking. The entire palace held its breath around her every single day. Not out of love, out of survival.
Yes, Your Highness, right away.
And be quick about it.
Celestine was 17, impossibly beautiful, and absolutely convinced that those two facts were connected. That her beauty was proof of her superiority, her royal blood evidence that the universe had chosen her above everyone else.
Is this to your liking, Your Highness? Hardly. Fan harder. Yes, Your Highness. And do not stop.
She had never carried anything heavier than a jewelry box.
It's very heavy.
Almost there, Your Highness.
Good.
She had never cooked a meal.
It is perfect.
As you requested, Your Highness.
We shall see.
Walked more than 10 minutes. Or said the words, "I was wrong," in her entire life.
Accident, and beneath me.
She was the kind of person who made rooms go quiet, not because she was magnetic, but because everyone was bracing for impact. Even her own parents had stopped trying to correct her.
Perhaps if you had attended the finishing school I did, you would understand.
The king made excuses.
My daughter is merely spirited. She lacks the wisdom of age, that is all.
The queen looked away.
Fool, how dare you! Your Highness, please forgive me. Silence, you are dismissed.
The palace staff learned to move like water around a sharp rock, smoothly, carefully, never touching it directly. What nobody in the palace knew was that the old gardener who had tended the royal rose beds for 30 years was not exactly what she appeared to be. Her name was Daya. She was small, sun-darkened, and perpetually soil-stained. And she had a way of looking at people, really looking, that made the more perceptive ones feel briefly transparent. Celestine had never once looked at Daya at all, not truly. She was just part of the background, like the fountains or the hedges. That was her first mistake. Her last one came the morning she walked through the garden and knocked over Daya's freshly planted seedlings with one careless swing of her skirt, then turned and said,
"Clean that up. It looks like a mess."
She was gone before the words had finished falling. Daya straightened slowly, looked at the crushed seedlings that had taken her 2 weeks to nurture from nothing, and quietly, with the patience of someone who had watched seasons change for centuries longer than anyone guessed, she made a decision. Celestine woke up the next morning in a small, unfamiliar room that smelled like lavender and old wood. No silk sheets, no attendants, no golden mirror reflecting her perfect face back at her. Just a plain dress, a pair of worn boots, and a note on the windowsill that read, "Find your way back. You'll know when you're ready." She screamed, predictably. Then she waited for someone to come. No one did. The village she found herself in was nothing like the palace. It was loud and messy and alive in a way that made her deeply uncomfortable. Children running between market stalls, traders arguing cheerfully over prices, the smell of bread and wood smoke mixing in the open air. Nobody bowed, nobody moved out of her way.
A fair price for you.
A woman nearly walked into her and said, "Watch it, love," and kept going without a second glance. Celestine stood in the middle of the market square with her jaw slightly open and absolutely no idea what to do next. It was, genuinely, the most lost she had ever felt.
Fresh today. I'll take a dozen. Best prices in the market. You look like someone who's never had to figure anything out for themselves.
She spun around. A girl her age was leaning against a baker's cart, arms folded, with the kind of steady, unbothered expression that Celestine found immediately annoying. Her name, Celestine would learn, was Priya, the baker's daughter, quick-tongued, quick-laughing, and constitutionally incapable of pretending things were fine when they weren't.
Can I have one? Of course. Here you go. Do you know who I am?
Celestine said, because it was the only weapon she knew how to reach for. Priya
Nope.
looked at her plainly.
Do you need help or not?
Celestine needed help. She hated it so much she could barely say yes, but hunger is a remarkably effective cure for pride, and she hadn't eaten since the previous afternoon.
Fine, yes.
She said tightly.
Here you are.
Priya gave her a bread roll, showed her where to sleep in the storeroom above the bakery, and put her to work the next morning before sunrise. Celestine had never woken before sunrise in her life.
You can start on the next batch.
She had also never kneaded dough,
That's because you're mangling it. Oh no!
carried
Ooh,
flour
This
sacks,
is heavier than I thought.
Careful there, lass. Keep going.
swept a
Oh,
floor
this floor is
properly,
a right mess. Come on, you stubborn broom. This is harder than it looks.
or smiled at a
Thank
stranger without calculating what she wanted from them. The first morning was a disaster.
The whole kitchen's a mess. Look at all this flour. Do something.
The second was slightly less so. By the end of the first week, she could make a passable loaf without supervision,
I'm so happy.
and her arms ached in a way that felt oddly like accomplishment. She watched Priya the way you study someone who seems to be playing by completely different sets of rules. Priya laughed at herself when she made mistakes.
I'm fine, just look at this mess. You are impossible.
She argued loudly with the market traders,
Dear. It's twice what it's worth.
Quality costs, young lady.
and then bought them
Is
tea.
wonderful.
The secret's in the herbs.
He always says that. It's perfect.
She remembered which customers were having hard weeks and quietly added an extra roll into their bags. She was nobody's idea of royalty, and she moved through the world with more ease and confidence than anyone Celestine had ever stood next to in a palace ballroom. How do you do that?
How do you
Celestine
do that?
asked one evening, watching Priya calm down a crying child with nothing but a warm voice and a piece of bread.
How do you make people feel like you actually care?
Priya looked at her strangely.
Because I actually care. It's not a method.
That sentence landed somewhere uncomfortable and stayed there. Celestine began to notice things she had never bothered to notice before. The way the woman in the market stall rubbed her feet when she thought no one was watching. The way the young delivery boy worked 3 rounds before school and never complained. The way Priya's father had dark circles under his eyes from baking through the night to make sure the village had enough bread. The world she was slowly understanding was full of people working extremely hard at things she had always simply assumed appeared by magic, or by the invisible labor of people she had never thought to look at. She thought about the servant on the floor picking up pieces of a vase she had broken. She thought about it often. It sat in her chest like a splinter she couldn't reach. One month in, she asked Priya how to write a proper apology. Not a royal decree, not formal language, just a real one. Priya raised both eyebrows.
Who for?
Celestine told her, all of it. The vase, the flowers, the gardener's seedlings, the years of looking through people like they were windows. Priya was quiet when she finished, which was unusual enough that Celestine felt the weight of it.
That's a lot of sorry to carry. The writing part is easy. The meaning it part is what takes work. I think I'm ready to start.
Celestine said. And for the first time in her life, she was saying something true about herself without the armor of beauty or bloodline to hide behind. She found her way home 3 days later, not because anyone came to get her, but because she finally knew what going back would actually require of her. Daya was in the garden when she arrived. Same soil-stained hands, same calm, transparent eyes. Celestine walked straight to her, stood in front of the patch of earth where the seedlings had been crushed, and said,
I'm sorry. Not because I have to be, because I understand now what I broke. I'd like to help you replant them, if you'll show me how.
Daya looked at her for a long, quiet moment, the look of someone measuring not words but substance, not sound but substance. Then she picked up a spare trowel and held it out. They planted until the sun went low and the light turned gold around them. Celestine's hands were filthy. She didn't mind at all. She was never exactly the easiest person in every room after that. Arrogance, once it has been your whole personality, doesn't vanish overnight. But she caught herself. She corrected herself. She learned names. Every servant in the palace, every trailer in the market, every person she had once looked through like glass. And she found, to her genuine surprise, that being truly seen by the world around you felt far better than being endlessly admired by it. A princess who learns to look outward, it turns out, is far more powerful than one who only ever looked in the mirror.